All right, guys, can you all hear me? You can hear me. All right. My internet went out. I apologize. We're having an ice rainstorm and my whole internet just went out. So I'm sorry, guys. This is not my fault. I'm sitting there and I was talking and I was like, what the hell just happened? I truly apologize. I really do. So y'all can hear me. Dude, I'm getting so fucking mad about this live stream tonight. I'm getting fucking hot. Jesus Christ. Okay. Ugh. Whew. All right. So I'm sorry once again. I have no idea what happened. Actually, when I started doing these live streams, I'm going to tell you something. Um I have Spectrum and my router and Wi-Fi shit was in my daughter's bedroom. And my first live stream, it lagged, and I ended up getting another router to put in my living room. And so now I have two routers in my house. So I don't know what happened. Oh God, it's just a big headache. That's right. It was infrasound, Kevin. Is the sound quality any better? Cool. All right. You know what? Then it was the whole internet bullshit. So I apologize. Sweet. All right, good. We're good to go. We're good to go. I know we broke the internet. Speaking of that, I did get your email, Juliana. Let me check it real quick here. I saw Juliana goes, I shouldn't have sent him an email. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, but I didn't. I got your email, but I didn't get you didn't, it didn't, the audio didn't come through, dear. Dear. I sounded like my mom. Dear. Fucking idiot. Um, I'm not really sure about Dr. Stephen Greer. You know, when you put a doctor, when someone talks about this kind of stuff, uh, I don't feel too comfortable with like putting a doctor in front of it. You know, it's just weird. Try again though, please, Juliana. Please, I want to do hear it. You know what I mean? My view on Linda Moulton Howe. I really don't have a view. What's your view? I don't want to know too much. I know about Bob Lazar. I don't research anything Area 51 stuff. What happened? My internet went down. Um Here, guys, I honestly I don't watch other YouTube channels and I don't watch other researchers because I don't want to get jaded. I do my own research and I think that's just me, you know. So like I don't have a view on LA Marzali or whatever. I don't have a view on Linda Moulton Howe. Um I just know what I research because I just want to the only thing I can offer you is what I do, and I put my heart and soul into what I um what I look at and what I research. So that way I know what I'm giving you is legit. Um I can't comment on other people because I don't know their work. You know what I mean? Any info? Only that it was Pachycorcutta corcutta, which is an extinct hyena, and that makes no sense to me or anyone else that I've my friend Andrew and the other girl that is involved. We just I can show you. You want to get hang on. There are geomagnetic storms likely 26. Thanks, Kathy. Kevin, how are you? Yeah, we're still live, Charlie. My internet crashed, so I restarted it. My internet totally crashed, Charlie. It just stopped going. I would definitely do a trip with subs. And yeah, it was the internet. Um and I think we'd come out alive because I would not go on a trip with people unless I knew that we were all equipped. Land between the lakes. I don't think I don't have I mean, the Adirondacks have just as many of, I mean, Cott County, Tennessee. If I was to go anywhere, it wouldn't be land between the lakes. I would go to Cott County, Tennessee and check out, Jimtown Road, Carnation Way, um, where those two attacks happened. Uh, LBL does not interest me. I mean, it's just to me, it doesn't interest me. Um, there's a lot of interesting there's a lot of interesting stuff. Taylor, Mississippi. I'd go to Taylor, Mississippi over the LBL any day. Um, I would try to find I would really try to find Dogman Island in, you know, uh Louisiana. So I gotta check this out. I talked to Victor yeah, 2 days ago. Bray Road. I definitely check out Bray Road. But not really, because I there are other places that I think dogmen are that I'd really like to do and go. I first I want to go to I'd like to go up to Alaska to where like the Wahila has been sighted. You know, there's a lot of places that I think that have I think there's been a lot of sightings around military bases because they're there. Dogmen are used by the military, I believe, 100%. And I think that people see them more often than not by military bases because they're going in and out of them. I agree with you, Crystal. I agree. I mean, who's to say that just because they look dog-like does not necessarily mean they're a dog? And how do we know that Yeti doesn't have the same genetic code or Bigfoot doesn't have the same genetic code? It just I don't know. There's just too many what ifs in this field to have 100% accuracy. Where is like I don't know if you guys can see it good, but okay, or the coloration, but here's the hair. Okay. There's gray throughout this hair and black and brown. The bottom part where the uh hair follicles were, there was a um there was a predominantly gray, right? And then it went into black and then brown. But if you really, I mean, I can't show you guys probably can't really see it clearly here, but to me, if you guys can see that, to me, it looks like tiny porcupine quills, but it's actually hair, you know? And this is what was found in Meeker, Colorado. Um, so it just to me it's like it is thick, but it's not that thick. When it's by itself, it's thin. It's thicker than human hair. It's definitely thicker than human hair. It's coarse, um, but it's it's thicker than dog or cat hair. You know what I mean? I'm going gray too. I've been gray since I was freaking in my 20s. Is it squarish? No, it's not squarish. It's round. How you get so much of it though, it was mailed to me. I actually had a piece of the flesh. Do you not remember, RH? No, there's nothing wrong with gray. Gray's good. I like gray. Juliana, I'm going to send you an email really quick, okay? I want you to read this. Oh, I got your other one too. Hang on one second. I'm going to respond, but I want you to and don't give me one second. Hang on one second. Juliana, I got your email. I'm going to respond to your email too cuz I want you to read what I got to say. Don't donate on that, please. Paste. Bam. All right. Okay, I'm gonna share. Juliana just sent me a audio of something. Here we go. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I know this video, Juliana.
Oh shit! I'm out.
We're gonna play it again.
I don't know if you can hear it or not.
Hang on a second. I've got some. Here is some of. If I can find it. Mm-mm-mm. I have some audio that I'll share with you guys. Give me one moment. Files. Okay. Audio. Hang on. You can see the on that audio that I have right here. You can see every scream it makes. I got another one too. Hang on one second. Mm-hmm. I think it's on. Where the fuck is it? I'm pulling shit out of my ass tonight on this. It's on this phone. Hang on one second, folks. Gallery video. And files. My files. Audio. Where is it? I got one from Georgia from a subscriber that it was I gotta find it. Hang on. I'll find it in a little bit. That Hey buddy, how are you? Dogman howling. All right, let me try to find that one clip here. I probably can't find it. All right. So, Robert, no, I don't. Just email it to me, please. Maybe an elk. It's the I know the video because the guy it was on YouTube a while back, and the guy was in his town. He's like in his town, and he's got his like flashlight. Um, It was one of those weird. I think it's this one. No, that's fake. That one's fake. Hang on. Hang on a second here. Some bitch. I'll fucking never find it. I never find anything when I'm talking to you guys. It sucks. Would I have a chance if I had a chance to raise a dog, man? Would I? No. Nope, I wouldn't. I don't I don't think any of these creatures are I don't think they're a good creature. So no, I don't think I'd want to. Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, Travis the chimp. Is Travis the chimp the one that ripped that lady apart? I think that was. Like made her popped her eye out and shit. Fuck that. I don't like monkeys. Monkeys scare me. They have too much strength. There was a tale, not a tale. There was a story that I had read. I hate monkeys, dude. Monkeys scare the shit out of me because they're so strong, you know? Um, so check this out. There's this it was in Africa, right? And it was chimpanzees. And there's three three or four either American or Englishmen, right? And the rest are all native Africans. So that are like for the police slash military. And they're in like this reserve and they're scientists and they're studying like what these monkeys do and shit like that. So they then they go into this part of the they go into this reserve, right? And they're driving their car. These chimpanzees bombard the car and they literally bombard the car, they make the car crash. So one of the guys gets out and he says, "All right, I'm going to walk back." And one of the other two guys stay. There's one of the police officers with them slash military and these chimpanzees start massacring these people. Um they literally just like start ripping the humans to shreds. One of the guys um gets in the car and he's trying to save one of his buddies. The other guy is still walking, supposedly walking to get help back to where they started from. So then the guy who's not hurt badly sees this monkey come out or chimpanzee, the main chimpanzee, the alpha, and challenges the alpha and whacks it with this like stick. They all go fucking haywire. And he then is charged again. The stick has a V to it. Somehow he gets the V onto the monkey's neck and pins the chimpanzee. I don't mean to keep saying monkey, but it's a chimpanzee and pins the chimp to the ground, right? And it's a stuck. He's like standing on its chest and holding it down. takes the stick off. The chimp runs to his buddies. All of a sudden, the team comes to get them out of there, and they're loading into this kind of van like thing. They get in the van in the back, and the guy who walked back to go get help was torn apart. Like his arms were just um there was bite marks. He was All these humans were just destroyed, killed, just in this one guy, and one guy got out kind of all right. Another guy was really fucked up. But by like the grace of God, they escaped, or they would have been, chimpanzee meat. Was this a movie? No, it's real life. It was definitely real life. It was African Slumber Party Massacre is what it was. No, it was 100% real, and I gave a bad reference of the description of it, but it was really a tragedy because, like, these guys were just going to, like, study these chimps and to kinda understand them, make their lives a little easier, this, and that, and, it was, just insane. Major solar storms are hitting the Earth right now. I wouldn't doubt it, Crystal. I'm looking at that right now. What the fuck is this? Look, I went to look up if this when the solar storms are hitting. And you know how when you go onto Google, it gives you like new news? Look at this fucking idiot. Can you guys see him? Oh my god. What the shit? Police are looking for a man who escaped custody 2 days after his arrest. What a toolbox. New York State. Solar. Wow. There's been 90% today. There was 90% C class solar flares, 90%. M class solar flares, 10%. And an X class solar flare was 1%. So that's why all the internet is pretty shitty tonight. C class solar flare, 90%. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I think that's definitely why my computer just like I've never my router is right outside of my room. So it shouldn't have been. I saw the aurora borealis once when I was a kid in Maine. It was the most interesting thing I'd ever seen in my life. All right, cool. Thanks, Robert. I got it. That's awesome. All right, brother. Sweet. Gotta check something here real quick. In Minnesota, no kidding. Probably was the feds. I can't see anything. We're having ice right now. What do I think of Finding Bigfoot show? Well, one of the seasons was filmed where I live, and I know that they weren't looked upon very well here. I mean, Finding Bigfoot was created by a guy's who last name is Moneymaker, you know? So, um, how do you go about that? Moneymaker was his name. Matt Moneymaker? No, probably not. Yeah, Matt Moneymaker. How do you okay, hey, my last name's Moneymaker. Do you really are you gonna believe anything that that guy tells you? Like, all I'm thinking is that your real last name? And is that because you just want to make the money? Yo, no. How not to find Bigfoot. Pretty much, man. They really yeah. What was on Conan? But like, okay, you have there's where they filmed those shows up here was in a location that a Vermont state trooper, a New York state trooper, and a Washington County sheriff all had a sighting of a Bigfoot in the same night. Hey Rita, how are you? Um, how do you go to a location that there are we know there's creatures. Locals know there are creatures in upstate New York, and you don't find any kind of anything. Yet people are seeing these things all the time. Um, it doesn't make sense to me. If I had the millions of dollars they spent on that, how are you not going to find out that, you know? Father Malachi Martin. I am okay. That movie that Father Malachi is in, um, their interview, they interview a guy in the Hostage to the Devil. They interview a guy named Jim, and he was the film guy for the Warrens, and he was actually there when that Exorcist went down, right before Malachi Martin died, and it was insane. Yeah, Crystal, keyword was. I think Bigfoot and Dogman put off heat signature. I gotta have Jim on here sometime to do an interview with him, just so you guys can, you know, hear exactly what it was was all about. Phoenix, Arizona. Must be nice to have some heat. What's up, hunters of paranormal? How are you? Yeah, we've already had issues with the mic and the internet. Is There's stuff going on with the internet tonight. So it's not. Plus I'm in the middle of a no, I'm in the middle of a snowstorm. Yeah, it was a shit show. This whole thing has been a shit show. Trust me, I'm sorry. I appreciate that, believe me. I don't know what to see a doppelganger of yourself would be fucked up. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine like you're just walking down the street and you see the same person that looks like exactly like you? I mean, I see myself every day in the mirror, but I mean, um, I talked about that, Chaz, already. I gave him a day to get more rest. My son is my doppel. Me and my daughter Isabel, we saw this is fucked up. So one night, me and Belle were at the house, and when they lived with their mom, they shared a room, my two daughters, and it was just me and Isabel. We looked down the hallway to where their room was, and we both saw my oldest daughter, Abigail, sitting there. Um, and it was absolutely insane. Like we both visually saw her, and she was not there. But yeah, it was we in because we were just like I'm like I thought Abby left, and she was there. No, Chaz, I just felt bad because I didn't want to bother him, so I didn't even text him today. I was like, if he wants to talk, he'll text me. Um, like I just don't want to push too much. You saw your husband's doppelganger? Charlie, Charlie, you've never heard my Ouija board experience? All right. So hang on a second. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share my experience with you guys, and then um, we'll end the live stream with that. All right. Um, so this is this is what happened. A lot of you who have been with the channel know that I was diagnosed with a terminal illness a while back. Okay. It's manageable by medication. I did almost die. I was uh, very, very sick. Um, I still do have severe neuropathy. Um, my body produces too much proteins. My red blood cells get destroyed. My red and white blood cells get destroyed. Um, I weighed 113 pounds at one time, and no one could figure out what happened, right? And then when they did, I ended up now being healthy. I technically should be dead. I've outlived the length of the time limit. But so when I was younger, my family owned a farm, and I brought my camera down there one day to show you guys what it looked like. I had a couple weird experiences with a Ouija board. Um we were young. We were like I was 13, and thought I was big time. My cousins were 18, 19, and I grew up on a farm. I grew up riding four-wheelers and three-wheelers and listening to metal and this and that. And so we got bored, and we ended up getting a Ouija board one night. And we were playing with the Ouija board and hanging out. And this was before the internet. This was before like Zozo. Um, the board kept saying OZ, 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 right? We thought it was spelling Oz, but it was OZ, Zozo, Zozo, right? This was in 1991. Yeah, 91. No, 89 actually. Yeah, I was 13. So it was spelling out OZ, OZ. Just a lot of weird shit started happening, and my we had to get hay for the cows because we there were stanchions inside the barn. There was pigs were in their pens, the ones that had babies. And so they pushed me up into the chute of the hayloft upstairs, right? And I was standing there looking around, and I saw this shadow figure, but it was physical, run at me. I dropped down the hole. Now, imagine like your ceiling with a cutout, and that was the hay chute. So I landed on concrete, and part of my arm went in to the trough. So like my elbow was in shit and piss. My cousin JR, my cousin Mel, and a kid named Nick and another guy were there. And two girls were with us, two or three girls there this night that this happened. And this hand came out from the hole. I'm getting fucking cold chills right now. We all saw it. We all looked up. And so we ran up to get my great uncle, and he came down with a flashlight and a couple of guns. Um we got up there, and there was nothing up there. There was no light up there, no like light switch, because it was an old barn, and with like old barns and hay, it would get really like hot, whatever, lack of fire. So we had to look with flashlights. A couple days go by, we're still playing with the Ouija board. A lot of weird shit's going on. Summer ends, and it's October going into November. It wasn't Halloween yet. It was getting cold in upstate New York. And we were playing. Now, where we played on, like where, milk crates that hold like gallon jugs, right? So we were sitting on these milk crates, and a couple of pigs had these miscarriages. Now, thinking back, I think that this is all connected. Why these pigs had miscarriages, because their whole litter was stillborn. Um, my oldest cousin had the bright idea of putting blood on the Ouija board, and he took one of the piglets that was born dead and put its blood on the Ouija board. Um, we played that night. It did the same thing. OZ, OZ. Uh, it said we were going to see the devil. It said we'd see the hounds of hell. We looked. For those of you that saw the video, Crystal said she saw it. She remembers. I showed you guys at the end of this hallway is where this the plastic that covered the window, kind of formed the face of what we thought was the devil. And this night it was my cousin JR, my cousin Mel, me, and my friend Nick. Well, and I'm the youngest of us all, right? And it said we were all going to die and that we were going to see the hounds of hell. So we get freaked out. I don't even remember what happened to that board. Um, I know it was gone. I don't remember mentally what happened to it. But we all go and we stay at my cousin's house that night because we're all freaked out. Um, I would have had to walk like a half a mile down a farm trail to my parents' house, and I wasn't gonna walk. No one wanted to be, so we just all hung out in my cousin's room and crashed in his room. The next day, we went to a church and we got holy water. I remember we my cousin had this 1978 Camaro, and the only thing we had to put the holy water in was a Mountain Dew bottle. And we're kids, man. I mean, so like I'm not like now I'd say this is really disrespectful, but we were fucking kids. So we dumped the Mountain Dew that was in the bottle out, and we went to the holy water, whatever, where the holy water is stored, and we put the bottle of Mount we filled the Mountain Dew bottle up with holy water, and we went back and we kind of doused the barn with holy water. Well, the night that it told us that we were going to see the hounds of hell, my cousin Mel had a nightmare about seeing the hounds of hell on the barn road. And um a couple of other, I think Jay had a weird dream. So then I have my encounter with the Dogman and the dogmen that are in the woods, right? My cousin Jay dies of cancer 3 years later. My cousin Mel was crushed by a tractor trailer he was working on. I got diagnosed with a terminal illness and almost died. And the kid Nick that was with us is spiritually and mentally dead now. Um, he's a drug addict. He probably has some sort of illness, whatever. He's just in his own hell. Um, so I think that by me seeing the dog man is my version of me seeing the hounds of hell. Somehow I overcame my illness. I'm still sick. I still have to see my doctor every 6 months and do blood work, which is like 16 vials of blood. Um, but yeah, so that's my Ouija board experience. I don't know if it was burned. I was 13 years old, you know. I don't even know what happened to it. I know it's not around anymore. I know after that night it disappeared. So I don't know if my cousin Mel did something with it. I don't know what happened to it. Um, but I started to after I started the channel, I started to think about everything and I was like, wow. I'm like, he had a dream about the Hounds of Hell. So did Jay, and they're both dead. I saw something in the woods that I can only say is a dog man, but it didn't look like your underworld dog man. This was much more scarier. So it may have been a Hound of Hell. And then everyone dies or is sick. So I'm not sure, but that's my Ouija board experience. Um, I don't know what was in the hayloft that night, but its hand, whatever it was, its hand was human like. And there was at least 7 or 8 of us in the barn that night that saw it. Um, so yeah, that's the experience. And I think that's the biggest reason why I'm attracted to the paranormal is so I can figure out what happened. Um, there was no reason why my cousins should have died. And the way my cousin Mel died being crushed by the tractor trailer, um, is fucked up, man. He's like my older brother. He was my best friend. And you know, it just shouldn't have happened. Anything like that shouldn't have happened. And I attribute to that. That's 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 what the dangers are of Ouija boards, you know? Those are that's they're evil. No matter what who you think you're talking to, you're not talking to anything good. Um, so yeah. But that's my experience. And that's why I think I do what I do. So I don't know. But with that I'm gonna end tonight's upload or live stream. Uh thanks guys for thank you for dealing with the laggy, crappy internet, crappy microphone stuff tonight. Um uh, it was awesome tonight. It was good. Um about 2.5, 3 hours of live streaming minus the BS. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I hope that we have a better one next week. Hopefully we will. And God bless everybody. You know, stay safe, stay well, and thank you for all your support. And good night, all right?